Hey, what's going on YouTube? Khallid AKA Smoove Flipper. And in this video, I want to go over a question that I get asked all the time. And I got asked this question, the last time I got asked this question was last week. I was doing a live video and it kind of caught me off guard when they asked the question. So I do want to clarify my answer to that question. And that question is, how many books do you read, or how many books have you read over the course of your business, your phone flipping business, just something along the lines of that. And before I get into it, if you do enjoy these videos, please drop a like. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. If you are interested in my course, the link is down in the description below. And let's get into it. So this is just going to be a me raw talking, um, no bullet points at all, just me talking. So this is all my opinion. Whatever I say is going to be my opinion, and um, you know, for some of you guys, I may be wrong. For some of you guys are going to say this guy's wrong or whatever. But this is just based off of my experience. Now, for me, as far as reading books and stuff like that, I don't like to read books. That's not my thing. I've never been the one to read books. I hated reading books in school. I hate reading books now. I just can't sit in one spot and read a book. That's just not how I am. Maybe it's my anxiety. I don't know. But I'm just not that kind of person. For me, the way I look at it, it's good to read books. It is, I'm not knocking anybody that's reading books. It's always good to better yourself, to learn more or whatever subject you want to learn. That's great. But you can't just read the book. So for me, if somebody tells me, hey, I've read um, 20, 20 books on real estate, my next question is going to be, well, what have you done? What have you done so far? After reading those 20 books, what have you done so far? Um, that to help you in this business, in the real estate business. If they say, well, I haven't got started yet. You see, that's a lot of people who think just reading, just saying, hey, I read 5 books this month. That's great. You learned, you learned. That's great. But if you haven't put that into play, then there's no point of reading those books. If you continue to read and read and read and you become a student of of whatever topic you're reading, then you're going to be a student for the rest of your life. There's a difference between being a student and being an entrepreneur. Um, there are many people who like to read, and I'm not knocking that at all. Just my opinion and how I think of it. Um, I'm more of an action taker. I always tell you guys, just get started. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're at in this business, whether it's phone flipping, whether it is Amazon, Shopify, whatever the case may be, just get started, because not one book in the world is more valuable than your actual experience. What I mean by that is you could read a book on phone flipping on how to how to negotiate and all that. You can read A to Z book on how to negotiate. Once you start actually taking action and negotiating face to face and practicing and doing that, you're gonna get more out of that than just reading about it. That's for a lot of subjects. That's for um, if you're doing real estate, let's say you're trying to find a cash buyer. You can read on how to do that. You can read on how to do that and learn about the basics of it. But once you start and do it, you're gonna realize that there's more. There's a lot more that book didn't tell you, and you're gonna experience it more because you're actually there doing it. So, for me, I'm not the type to read. I'm not. I'll read a little bit, a couple articles here and there, but this is 2018, guys. I'm more of a watch a YouTube video, listen to a podcast while I'm like doing cardio or something. That's how I look at it. And if once you have read that, or once you have listened to that podcast or watched that YouTube video, you got to get started. you cannot be a student your whole life. Let's just say, for example, you go to Harvard to be a lawyer, right? You go to Harvard, you get good grades at Harvard, you graduate from Harvard as a lawyer, you get your degree and everything, and you don't go out and look for a job after you've graduated. You are, in the same spot you was before you even went to Harvard, because you haven't taken action. You have that, degree. You know what you're doing, but that's nothing if you haven't taken action. That's what the law says. That's how I think. Um, a lot of people aren't going to agree with me. They're going to say reading is, reading equals knowledge for all you Ty Lopez guys. Um, I mean, it is. You're going to learn more, obviously. If you, when you seek out knowledge and learn, different techniques on how to on different topics, then yeah, obviously you're going to learn. I'm not saying you're not going to learn. You're not going to get smarter, but if it comes down to just you taking action. If you haven't even gotten started, again, those books mean nothing. And that's just the harsh reality of it. A lot of people feel good about reading those books, and yeah, feel good about it. But get started. That's all I gotta say about the topic. I didn't really get into more in that much detail during the live video because we had a certain topic we were gonna go over. So I wanted to clarify that. I want to let you guys know that this is what I do. If anything, I'm watching YouTube videos for the most part. I'll listen to a podcast here and there. Some that are straight to the point. I'm more of a straightforward type of person. So if you're talking about random stuff here and there, then I don't want to hear it. So for me, it's podcasts and YouTube videos. I read a couple articles here and there. I'm more of a short clip type of person. I like to just get the information and then put it into play. So again, that's my answer to that question. I did want to just go into more detail on it so you guys can understand. When I answered it, I just said, hey, I don't read much, and that kind of came off probably, wrong to some people. So I wanted to clarify my answers for you guys. And if you do enjoy these types of videos, then please drop a like. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you have a strategy that you use, or there's some books you might recommend, I'll check them out. I'm not gonna be that type of person that's closed-minded to books. But so if you guys have any books that are actually really good to read, then drop them down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.